Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Multiverse Nexus Wrestling Warzone. I am your host, Warzone General Manager Jerry Aldini, and normally I would be joined by Michael and Pete. But Mr. Montoya and Mr. McPherson were at a wrestling convention this week out in Ocean Shores, Washington, and their flight got delayed. Apparently, somehow they got rerouted through the Bermuda Triangle, even though they were coming from the West Coast. Not sure how that works, but the brass have provided me with a co-host. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the cyberpunk prodigy, Aiden Xero.
How's it going, everyone? It's good to be back. I'm sorry that they got stuck on a rerouted flight. Who could have wanted to get them out of the way is the question. I'm not one to cast aspersions there, Aiden, but a couple weeks ago you did make some strong statements about wanting an opportunity for your boys for the tag title, something about shitting in places that will leave me confused for the rest of my life. Yeah, have you found them yet?
Anyway, we're gonna get through this show. I'm gonna be fine. But Aiden, so we have a lot going on. Now, obviously, we are gonna have plenty of tag team action today as we do try and figure out who will be the people that will face the champions, the Outlaws, at our upcoming pay-per-view in October. We're going to have the Outlaws versus the Absolute Units, and the Murder Cave will be taking on Shoot Nation.
Pretty good.
All right.
Interesting to know. You know, I'll keep that in mind.
That's good. Now, the other thing we have to do, another title that we have to figure out, is who will be taking on Kane for the Nexus Titan Championship. So we are going to have two matches today, your co-main events. We will see Gore-Wheel take on the unstoppable Gorm. And then in our main event, Injustice Jhake will face Flyboy Bell. And the winners of those matches will go on to face each other in 2 weeks to determine who will face Kane at the pay-per-view.
Wait, you forgot to mention my match for the Nexus Titan Championship. That's happening, right?
I thought you were more interested in helping your boys for the tag title.
We can do both. We can do more than one thing. This is what I'm talking about opportunities passing us by. This is why you shouldn't check your luggage.
You know what? I'm just gonna... So, you know what, folks? I never thought I'd be missing Michael, but maybe I am. So anyway, Aiden. Now, you had your... Well, first off, before we get too far, Sir Unkley, Mr. Butler tweeting out, Unkley Incorporated Marine Division is more than willing to send out a search party to help Mr. Montoya return safely. McPherson is on his own, however. Hey, wait, what's no love for Pete?
After all, the same plane. How are you?
After all he does for you? Anyway, so you know,
thing to do?
Have you been paying attention to the rookies?
I do. I like to keep an eye, prospectives.
Okay, because this year we currently have 3 rookies on the show. Of course, our cabaret superstar Jean Tristan, the ever-impressing lycanthrope Alistair Evergreen, and of course, our newest addition, who made his in-ring debut impressively in last week's showcase match, Todd Bagman.
Todd Bagman. That I heard about. That I heard about, and I'm interested. I'm pretty sure I watched Alistair Evergreen last time I was here get their collective shit pushed in by Sebastian Butler, and that was rough to be them, but well, it'd be that way. John Tristan though, that's a breakout star.
Well, we're going to be hearing from several of these. In fact, right now, before we even get into our first match, let's hear from the newest addition to the Warzone roster, ladies and gentlemen, Todd Bagman.
My father, Todd Bagman, once told me, son Bagman, you are disappointment. You're right, Kevin. There is something to be disappointed about. That goddamn showcase! I've seen big fat rabid raccoons fight over a bagel better than the people in that match! There was that one fighter, though. Gore-Wheel. Yeah. Anyone able to knock my shit out is royalty and worthy of my respect. But this ain't about Gore-Wheel, no! This is about those other flabby fart wings you call wrestlers, Jerry! Like a half-eaten can of beans on fire, this is an open challenge! I'll fight any of them! In the ring, in the back rooms, the office, the bedroom! Wait, not the bedroom. Kevin's practicing piano in there. The point is, I'm Todd Bagman, and I'm gonna bag you! Now get out! Kevin's practicing. Be sure, Kevin! Be sure!
So there you have it. Todd Bagman issuing an open challenge. And apparently teaching raccoons to play the piano.
They probably play his theme to walk into the ring. It makes sense.
I mean, if you're going to have raccoons. Okay, Aiden.
If you don't have an army of rodents, then what are you doing?
Okay, I was going to ask, because, we've had issues. You know what a raccoon is, right? I mean, you're...
Yes, I do know what those are.
Okay, great. Because, we've had issues before. But that's not the point. Right now, the point is, we have a great day of wrestling set up for everyone, and we should not be wasting any more time. I think it's time for our first match.
Jerry, slightly embarrassing question.
Well, hang on a second for that. This is the opening match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, representing the International Combat Club, Lachen! You had an embarrassing question, Aiden.
Yeah, what's a piano?
It is a musical instrument. It's like a guitar, but you have to sit down to play it.
People sit down and play guitar.
But not with strings, with keys. I'll draw you a diagram later.
Like
right now, we got to get
keys?
this. Got this match we got to get to. Oh yeah, and now, and introducing his opponent, Power Surge. So our opening match, Power Surge versus Lachen. The International Combat Club has been looking to recruit the best in the business to join their crew. Lachen had a match where he, basically decimated Rapture New Road. And now he is facing the man who came a hair's breadth away from winning the Warp Gate Hardcore Championship, Power Surge.
I will say, Power Surge has had quite a showing since, his breakaway? I guess that'd be the right term for it.
He calls it his liberation.
Yeah, that's fair. I'd call it that too, judging who he was with. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, went back to his original color scheme, but now he takes on the best comedian to come out of the East German Super Soldier program.
Right. We had to explain the move in Germany the last time we were OSL.
Right.
Yeah, I did some research on that actually.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a reason there's no German comedians.
I'm not going to get into that. I'm sure there is.
I will say though, Lachen lacks in comedy. He is really making sure he beats the shit out of Power Surge.
They're called the International Combat Club for a reason.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Wait.
You know it.
Oh, I know that music.
We all do. That is Rapture New Road's music. Oh! And Power Surge tried to take advantage. And Lachen butt bumped him, I guess.
Broke the rear waist lock. Power Surge must have been trying to play mind games, or maybe Rapture New Road was in the booth trying to mess with Lachen. But either way, it didn't work out the way they thought. Lachen was one step ahead.
Oh, well, I mean, the International Combat Clubs claims they are the best of the best.
I hear that like once a week these days.
Okay, fair enough.
Not everyone can be the best of the best, and you can't be in a group where everyone is the best of the best. You need to have a top dog. So who is it? Also, Power Surge rolling on Prettier.
I mean, that was great. Power Surge, let's not forget how skilled he is.
Oh, no, easily, the rookie of his former faction, but easily a breakout star in his own right. Big splash from the top rope.
Oh, I mean, beautifully executed. Oh, and then a standing moonsault.
Oh, look at his working the arm, trying to take out the power of Lachen.
I mean, if you're going to somebody who is such a... Oh! Lachen not there for that moonsault.
Top rope Acai moonsault, nobody home though. And a big impaler DDT from Lachen. Northern Light suplex.
I mean, Lachen is showing what he brings to the table.
It's almost like he's a little, he's looking a little embarrassed that Power Surge is getting over on him the way he's been.
Well, I mean, you know, if the ICC pride themselves on their skill, the last thing you want to have is, somebody like Power Surge beating. On the other hand, if the whole point is to prove who is worthy to be in your club, this could go a long way to proving Power Surge maybe needs. Although, if you're Power Surge, do you really want to join another faction?
Electric chair German suplex. I was like, Power Surge has done really well not being in a faction.
Yeah.
I feel like this is more for pride at this point, ego.
Oh!
Massive face buster to that knee.
Yeah, I think Power Surge is wanting to prove he deserves another titled opportunity.
He's setting up something big. And nobody home though. Top rope flip senton, but Lachen saw it coming a mile away and stepped out of dodge.
I mean, you got to think if you're Power Surge. Oh, bridging and one,
bridge.
Two.
Now that would have been an embarrassing defeat.
I was going to say Power Surge has to be used to chaos considering who he used to team with.
Oh, absolutely. But this is a less chaotic environment. This is more controlled. Middle rope Acai Bulldog, though. Ramming, Lachen into the floor. Now go to the tower. Look at that senton maybe again. No, a double axe handle off the top.
I think he'd love to set up for the lightning strike, but that requires keeping Lachen on the map long enough.
That's true, and the Battle of the Blondes continue with a big rolling facebuster.
We've already seen him hit the Power Surge once. That's that rolling unprettier.
Ah, he hit it a second time just now and still couldn't put him away.
Oh, Lachen not wanting to give him a chance. But Power Surge seems to really know how to get out of those holds.
Counter for counter for counter. And now back in the corner, the worst place you want to be with someone that big imposing on you. Oh, that's a bad day. Sit out choke bomb off the top.
But Power Surge got his shoulder up just enough.
Did he? I thought Lachen...
I thought he had it too, but the refs only counted a 2.
Yeah, no, Power Surge is out of it. He's out on his feet. Lachen broke the count himself for pride purposes. He was like, watch me play with my food. Oh God.
Well, now not a good... Power Surge is in no man's land now.
No, Lachen trying to prove a point. This is about sending a message at this point. This was not about beating Power Surge. This was about absolutely sending a message. Handspring!
Nicely done!
Handspring, Gamengiri to the face. Rolling arm dragon. Power Surge is trapped. He's in a dangerous place. Wait a minute! Hurricane Rana takedown, getting one over, putting Lachen in the corner now.
Yeah, Lachen may have made a mistake and given powers. And once more, the Power Surge!
Third time's the charm. Would this be it?
And your winner, Power Surge!
Jerry, do you know the meaning of hubris?
Yes, I do. I am a former professional wrestler, after all.
I think we just witnessed hubris in full display.
I could have been. I mean, I think letting Power Surge recover on the outside was a key misstep in the plan of Lachen. Either way, victory goes to Power Surge. He is on a roll, the rolling thunder, if you will.
Definitely on a streak and absolutely teaching Lachen the hierarchy of his International Combat Club.
All right, so I'm going to ask you a question, Aiden.
Yeah, by all means.
Going back to earlier, you know, you were talking about wanting opportunities, and Todd Bagman just issued an open challenge.
Yeah.
So would you be in? I'm going to ask now, Aiden Xero, would you take on Todd Bagman, or is that that beneath you?
A match is a match. No one's beneath me, except for Louis McDonald. But no one's beneath me in this company. Everyone deserves a shot. I was once the new guy. Like, everyone deserves a shot to prove that they can climb the card, and he's no different. If he can beat me and get a shot, then by all means, that means that he was the better man that day.
All right, so, yeah, I will see about setting up that match. The Cyberpunk Prodigy versus the Dumpster Diving Diva? We're going to have to workshop that. But now, we had talked earlier, and you had been listing off our great group of, well, not to put too fine a spin on it, our great group of rookies. And one of those rookies, well, let's be honest, we have been seeing a lot from Mr. Alistair Evergreen.
Ah, yes.
But he has been having a, how do we put this? There's been a little bit of a friction. We'll use the term friction between him and a certain Mr. Butler. So
yeah.
Let's hear. Actually, first, let's hear. We got some audio from Mr. Butler. So let's listen to that right now.
Now we come to the trophy room, where Sir Uncle Dunk keeps his prize trophies of conquest and triumph. Here you can see a vast assortment of... Mr. Butler, what a surprise! I didn't see you there.
The boss's trophy room is the third door on the left. This is my trophy room.
I am terribly sorry, sir. I'll just move along and...
Oh, you're already here. I might as well show the group some of my trophies.
Oh, how kind of you, sir.
Yeah, whatever. Now, my collection isn't as grand as the boss's, but I take pride in it. Over here, we have the silver monkey statue that I liberated from the hidden temple of Olmec. Many temple guards fell to my fists that day. Mounted on the wall is my keyblade that was plucked from the peak of Big Thunder Mountain during my excursion in Disneyland. My original mask is on display here, and this is where I put a title belt. If I had one! Sorry.
What's that empty plaque on the wall for?
Oh, that is reserved for my soon-to-be-acquired trophy, Alistair Evergreen's pelt. I've never skinned a wolf before, but I'm sure it can't be that hard. Now, if that's all you needed to see, I suggest you move on. Otherwise, I'll have Mr. Snuggles here show you the door.
Yes, sir! We're walking!
Then again, maybe I won't mount it. Maybe I'll make it into a coat. Perhaps I'll have it stuffed and put on display. Or I could have it made into a nice rug for the boss's fireplace. Either way, Evergreen, when I finally get a hold of you, the buster call I'm ordering on you won't be firing cannonballs. It'll be firing silver bullets.
So, obviously an interesting insight into what Mr. Butler's feeling about all this, but fair is fair. Let's hear from the other side of that equation. Ladies and gentlemen, Alistair Evergreen.
Oh man, you sound just like a broken record. You know that, right? Better men have said the same things, tried the same things, and look at me. I'm still standing. Skin me. Really? You couldn't beat the shark? What makes you for a second think you would survive in any other setting with someone like me? I'm disappointed. I really am. I'm sorry about it, Sebastian. I'm just... you got involved with my match with me and that Emperor guy. It would have been so cool. It would have been legendary. But like everything you try, you failed in execution there. So, I'm not pulling punches. And I'm not speaking out of my rear here. The difference between us is that when I want something, I go for the neck. Same thing if someone's wronged me. So, I want a challenge. You're no warrior. Time and time again, I've seen you fumble with your words and your combat. Well, I can spend time belittling you as much as I want, or mocking the fact that even in your attempts to interfere, I still win. But everyone already knows that, right? Why go over what everyone already knows? I am the pinnacle of what a monster is. I put the fear in the eyes of men. This whole little horror story, this monster isn't something you get to wake up from, Sebastian. You want to skin me? Bring an army and pray to any god that'll have pity on you, because I'm not leaving this confrontation until you're bloody and staring at the lights as I climb my way up this company. I'm gonna show you destruction personally.
Well, there you have it, Aiden. Those two gentlemen, yeah, I'll go ahead and say gentlemen, it'll be nice. Yeah, they're on a collision course. It's whatever's going on, they're not done yet.
No, they're absolutely doing their best to get under each other's skin, but one definitely seems more bothered than the other, if I'm being honest, and...
Yeah, that's fair enough.
It looks like Alistair, looks like Butler's in his head a little bit.
Maybe a bit. Oh, speaking of, adjacently, Sir Uncle Dunk states, this is about the our opening match. The only place Nice Ice's crew should be located is behind the Berlin Wall. I was about to point out to Sir Uncle Dunk that the Berlin Wall doesn't exist anymore, but this is Sir Uncle Dunk. I wouldn't put it past him to build it again.
I was gonna say.
People of Berlin wake up one morning. Why is the wall back?
Jerry, Berlin's in that Germany place, right?
Right, yeah.
Okay, making sure. Yeah, the Berlin Wall went down at a time.
Yeah, so, with that, well, you know what? As I said at the beginning of the show, we have a lot of exciting tag team action today. And it's time for our first tag match of the day, so let's take it down to ringside.
I do enjoy some tag wrestling.
The following match is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, representing the Outlaws, Theron Eldrazi. So, I guess the Outlaws have decided to come out individually. I'm not sure what the flex is here. I do know that Theron, you know, Theron has also been complaining that he isn't getting a fair opportunity for the level of the Outlaws. Although, Aiden, I seem to recall you saying you would make me look back fondly on the actions of the Outlaw if I didn't give you what you wanted.
It's true. I can make them look like saints in comparison.
That's saying something, because, you know, I try not to, there's certain degrading terms I try not to use for other wrestlers because of my history, but this Carney gets under my nerves.
That's exactly what he is. Does he look thinner than usual?
And introducing his partner, CJR Killer! I mean,
No.
And you know, well, here's the thing: if Theron's looking a little thin, does CJR look a little beefier to you?
Oh yeah, you have your Carney strongman, and you have your well, I guess Theron would be the barbell he picks up.
Right. Well, okay. So anyway, yeah, these two, you know, they've been wanting an opportunity, and you know, despite any personal issues I may have with them, they are an accomplished tag team and former two-time tag team champions.
That is true. They did in fact hold gold.
So, you know, I would be remiss not booking good talent. So here they are.
You mean the opponents, right? Like the good talent's the opponents.
I mean, they're okay. You've got to give the Outlaws credit. They are decent wrestlers. I'll just let you chew on that one while the announcer does his job. And introducing their opponents, Absolute Washington and Forrest the Fortress Wade, the Absolute Unit. Man, you know, after last week, Forrest made sure to get me he personally brought me a little bit of Mama's Peach Cobbler.
Oh yeah, how was it?
You can taste the love, Aiden. You can taste the love.
I wish I knew what that tasted like. The future is a rough place.
You know, that, yeah, and Absolute Washington, you know, I always appreciate the Absolute hair care products, but more importantly, I appreciate what a great wrestling team these two are. Forrest the Fortress Wade is coming off a actual title shot against Samjax.
That's quite impressive, actually. Samjax is no slouch in the ring.
No, it was a great match. And we're starting off Theron Eldrazi with the Fortress.
What a... Oh, Theron. I just, you know, yeah.
And a quick tag to Absolute.
That's a much more fair fight. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Wade. Appreciate that.
I don't know. I mean, all of the units, I mean, it's a well-named team. They are all big boys.
Oh, no, absolutely. Just, I don't know what Theron thought he was doing against Forrest Wade. That was not the professional decision.
Well, you know, it's Theron Eldrazi. He'll take on anyone at any time.
It's true. That's why he walks out with the baseball bat as an equalizer.
I mean, you can't, you know, going for Absolute's hair, but there's a part of me, it's like, can you blame anyone? I mean, it's right there.
It's a big glowing target. I did the same thing when I fought Washington. It's just, yeah, see, like, it's a weapon in its own right. Like, if he can use it against me, I can use it against him. It's only fair.
I mean, that's, you know, I've never...
oh my god!
Well, again, now it's a hoss fight.
It's a hoss fight, but how often do you see someone manhandle Forrest Wade? Like...
Rarely. I mean, even Samjax had trouble trying to pick him up. Oh, bumping Theron off.
Theron.
But CGR had the wherewithal to get out of the way.
That's an experienced tag team. That's a veteran tag team maneuver. Distracting.
And, I mean, we're back to what I was saying before. Also, right before they got in the ring, I do have to state that Forrest did tweet out, "It's cobbling time."
All right.
You know,
reversing that power slam into a crossbody, though. Forrest Wade.
I'm just saying that, you know, he's it's fine cobbler. You should really get a chance to try it sometime.
I might have to talk to him.
Yeah.
I like to think I have a good rapport with the units, you know. Like, after me and Washington had our match, I shook his hand. You know, I thought we were on good terms. I could be wrong, but, you know.
I mean, we'll have to see. Oh, just walking around, absolute Washington.
Parading with those backbreakers, just showing the strength difference and stomping on the face. See, oh, wait a minute. CGR Killer wrenching on the head and neck, arching that back. You see, look at the torque on his spine, Jerry.
Oh, it's brutal.
And facing in the opposite direction of his tag partner, there's only one way to go at that point.
I mean, you must have liked that, Mr. I love all neck breakers.
I do enjoy neck breakers. They're very effective, quick, easy, and that's the worst thing. So that's, yeah, you know what? That is how that goes, isn't it? Big man came in and got war stamped in the chest.
And now in comes Theron.
That's a surprising decision. You'd think you might want to go for the DOA.
Right.
Cloverleaf knee breaker. And we're back on. Remember how I said, where's the good talent in the... Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, the units are great. We haven't seen them try that nonsense, but...
breaking the hold, and up comes Forrest. And
up on the shoulders. Fireman's carry position, walking into the corner. Snake Eyes off the top turnbuckle.
Oh,
big chop, going for an Escalada. Off the top, Escalada drop kick, sending Forrest Wade all the way across the ring.
I mean, realistic. Oh, going for the pin. I mean, I was going to say that was almost a variation on the one in the chamber.
Yeah, a high risk version, and you got to remember, Forrest already got his chest stomped in by CJ, and then just took a top rope drop kick to the same spot. You got to think they're targeting a specific location here.
Sure. Oh! Little chiropractic care for the Planeswalker.
And then getting his face checked as well.
Yeah.
And just Forrest the Fortress, making sure his position of power is known. Oh my, into the turnbuckle, the back of his skull off that bottom turnbuckle, into a big lariat.
Oh! And 1, 2, kick out at 2. It looked like a little confab between the units.
There's some discussion.
Whoa!
It might have been costly, though.
Oh! What a face buster. This is what I mean when I say you do not take the threat of the Outlaws lightly. Two freshmen in.
Digging into the midsection. Absolute Washington, knowing what to look for, knowing the threat of CJR Killer, but staying within grabbing distance is probably not the best decision on a man that big.
I mean, probably not.
Wait, into a bulldog, reversing what would look to be a back suplex.
That was an impressive reverse on the part of Washington.
And now a bit of showboating.
Oh!
What a roundhouse. Wait a minute, they're on no! Shoving Absolute off the top rope, plummeting back to earth.
And Washington, though, wasting no time, getting back on his feet and back into the action. Wait. What are you planning here, Washington? Oh, okay. I was like, you're not going to choke slam CJR Killer.
He could have. He's absolute Washington, not halfway Washington.
I mean, fair.
Big neck breaker. And a crossbody for good measure. And look at the positioning. He cut the ring in half. He separated. He got in between Theron and CJ, which means that a tag would not be possible.
Well, let's face it. Both teams are two-time tag team champions.
It's true.
You know, if either of these teams gets the shot at the Outlaws, they would be going for their third title run. I know the Outlaws are hungry for it because, well, after what happened, they basically feel that the Outlaws screwed them out of their deserved title run.
Don't they always feel like they're screwed out of something every time? There's got to be a point of accountability.
I mean, I wouldn't say screwed. I would certainly say outplayed. Sasquatch Wing definitely played his cards right. So, made sure that he had the best possible opportunity.
Oh no, the Outlaws live up to their name every sense of the word, but I'm saying the Outlaws complain about every loss as if there was some conspiracy against them.
Yes. No, you're not wrong there.
And Theron getting caught in the corner and just trapped. And once again, Snake Eyes, the bridge of the nose, right off that metal turnbuckle. The padding is not as much as you think.
No, it really isn't.
Big sit-out spine buster, though. That might be it. Just barely. Almost a 3.
Oh, another
face buster, Theron Eldrazi. Oh my God! Like a helicopter crossbody. You saw that?
I saw it. I also saw what it meant.
Yeah, listen, knees, gravity, you can't beat gravity.
And in comes the Fortress.
The frequent tag action between these two teams shows the veteran status of both experienced tag teams.
I agree completely. So CJR Killer, CJR Killer, cash job repeat. The Killer versus the Taxman, death and taxes.
Big boot right to the jaw the minute the Fortress walked in. You got to think CJ has Forrest scouted.
Yeah, well, look. Oh, maybe
scouted, like I said.
Oh no, he's in the deduct this.
Theron looking to break it up, but no. Absolute Washington cutting him off.
Yeah, that's that.
Wrenching away.
Eventually, CGR breaks out, but Theron was not able to break it early. The full damage was done.
That might be it.
It was!
And so it was. If you watch, Absolute Washington threw Theron out of the ring.
Here are your winners, the Absolute Units! I mean, that was a war.
I was going to say, the match would be decided by one misstep, and Theron made that misstep by, well, running into Absolute Washington, who then threw him over the top rope.
I mean, that is fair enough. So,
and give it 3 days, and you'll get a message on Twitter about how he was screwed because gravity didn't let him get back in the ring on time.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. So, there's, of course, big news going on around the multiverse, Aiden. Last night, we heard, and I will now confirm, because negotiations had been going on, that the Omnislayer, Jagger Blackthorn, has officially been transferred from Flashbang and is joining the Warzone roster.
Oh, good for him.
And, you know, fair is fair. He feels that we need an Omnislayer on Warzone because, let's face it, we've got Erlking Wes, we've got whatever the hell is going on with the murder cave, and we're going to see both of those people in action today. So, yeah, we've got that. Now, of course, Artemis wasn't happy because his mentor's leaving, and I haven't had a chance to talk to him, but I imagine Michael Montoya won't be happy either, but for a very different reason.
Well, yeah.
Well, no, you got to understand. Jagger Blackthorn will officially be the 70th member of the Warzone roster.
Oh, yeah, you know what?
Yeah, and every time Michael looked at the roster, he'd say nice.
Good.
So, yeah. Meanwhile, social media blowing up. We have Graven tweeting out, the Outlaws are like the Brady Belichick of MNW. You hate their guts, but you can't not respect their ability.
I don't know what was just said to me.
That's fine. I'm sure you're used to that feeling.
Yes, I'm learning.
Maximilian Thunderthighs tweeting out, I message to those in attendance, especially those who don't know its meaning. 4. That number should scare you, Sam Jax.
Okay.
All right.
Sure.
Okay. And also tweeting out on social media, we have this episode of MNW Warzone is brought to you in part by Babyface Boots. Our newly improved soles will ensure you'll never see the heel turn coming.
Did you approve that sponsor?
Sometimes these things, I don't actually run the marketing department. And
that just seems like a very Michael Montoya approval.
Yeah, and then McMorgan tweeting out, Omnislayer? Interesting. But, we've been having a lot of things going on here lately, Aiden. We've had, of course, the issues between Mr. Butler and Alistair Evergreen, but we've also been having, Sergeant Major Payne announced his boot camp open challenge, so that he could train himself to bring himself back up after having been, how do I say this delicately? After being messed around with by our former roster member, Defunk. And folks, Defunk is in a care facility. And in deference to his family, I will not get any more in depth on that. But
we wish the best to the funky one and his loved ones.
Yeah. But in this, he's been trying to have, a good match with Nakano Kirishima, but he constantly is being hounded by his former partner, Ignacio Cervantes. So that's been getting weird, and, well, Aiden, I'm going to ask you to brace yourself.
I always do.
Okay, because we are now going to hear, ladies and gentlemen, he is the social outcast, and he is coming to the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, Ignacio Cervantes. Hello everyone, it's me, it's your favorite, I'm sure. I know I'm a bit of a social outcast, but that's fine, because I am Ignacio Cervantes, and I can say that I am a survivor of Cloud9. Yeah, it was a time. But I'm not dwelling on that anymore. I'm looking to carve my own path now away from Defunct's shadow as, well, let's face it, Cloud9 is having a cloud burst. That was a good one. All right, anyway, Sergeant Major Payne, let's talk. You know what? You issued a challenge last week, Sarge. That was funny, but let me tell you something. I'm done caring about trying to follow others. That's the whole point of trying to carve my own my own path. But really, what I want to make sure is, a lot of people said mean things. Very mean things back when we were together in Cloud9. And then, oh, Ignacio Cervantes, he's the weak link of Cloud9. He's always the one that eats the pen. I am not weak. And I am going to prefer... what's that word? Anyway, I'm going to prove that I am the superior wrestler between you and I. And I will represent all those awkward social outcasts out there. The guys who, can't get a date. The guys who get their books knocked out of their hands. The guys who can't go to the beach without being laughed at. All those guys. I'm here for you. I'm here to represent you in this ring. So let's do this, Pain. Aiden?
Yeah, I'm here.
Do you feel like you need a shower after he's done talking?
I kind of want to shove him in a locker.
Yeah.
Does he have lunch money? I'm gonna go find out. I think I should go find him and see if he has any lunch money.
You certainly can. Meanwhile, tweeting out on social media is Alistair Evergreen. It's always a treat to have Aiden commentary. Hope we cross roads one day. Look, everyone, you can't all just call out Aiden, all right? I mean, you can. No one's going to stop you. Maybe Aiden. Anyway, so before we get to our next match, there's one other person we really should hear from. So, ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you one half of the Wild Hunt, McMorgan.
As I stated after the last fight, words are needed over what happened. Louis McDonald. Pfft, there's nothing more I need to say to you. You are a coward, along with your overbloated goblin you so-called a fake king. You couldn't cut it on Warzone originally, so you were sent running off like a scare wee pup of the Flashbang. And if you think I'm wrong then, the Wild Hunt is waiting. Challenge us! Fight us! Beowulf and I are more than eager to break you both. And if you don't think you have the spine for it, then both of you crawl out of that ring, declare yourself in front of the roster and all the people around that you are proper cowards. Now, Aiden Xero, I am calling you out there, future boy. You need to get your lads in line. I respected you. I was proud to have helped you hold off Wonderball when you pulled the belt off Louis during Multivania. And this is how I'm paid back? Even if you didn't know about this, you lead High Voltage. Those lads are yours. They're your responsibility. And if you don't do anything about it then, oh, the Wild Hunt will. Remember that. You owe me, Aiden, for watching your back. And I don't forget debts, whether they're mine or others.
Well, there you have it. Well, you know what? I think that's well spoken by McMorgan on all those points. Which, you know what, leads us to our next match. Aiden, let's head down to ringside.
By all means.
The following match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied to ringside by McMorgan, representing the Wild Hunt. He is the legend incarnate. He is Beowulf. And there you have it. Beowulf and McMorgan, the Wild Hunt. You know, I've seen a lot of crazy-ass things in all of my years in wrestling, Aiden. Mm-hmm. I don't think I've ever seen a man stab his own eye out to make a point.
Yeah. Yeah, they really don't do that too often, do they?
I mean, he says it was to renew the pack of his clan as hunters of the Fae. But
I don't know about that.
it's still and then of course you've got Beowulf, who has a long and I suppose intense history with hunting all sorts of unnatural monstrosities. But you know what? I look at these two, and I gotta say, have you ever seen a more natural pairing than these two?
I mean, R. Sawyer and Zacko.
All right, fair enough.
Like,
Fair enough. And our well wishes to Zacko Duel for a speedy recovery.
Absolutely.
And introducing his opponent, accompanied to the ring by Louis McDonald. Representing the Wild Hunt, he is the Fae King, Erlking Wes.
So ignoring what's on the monitor, more natural pairings. The Bell Brothers.
Okay.
All of VIP.
Sure.
Troll Train.
Fair. And obviously the Outlaws. Okay, but you still...
Outlaws, yeah.
I think the Wild Hunt are... You know what? When I heard they were putting themselves together as a group, I went, yeah, that tracks.
Oh, the Murder Cave. You got another really good pairing, actually.
Who we are going to be seeing in action today.
Conquest Bloodline, actually. I can keep going. Like,
that's, I'm just surprised you haven't taken a chance to drag on Louis McDonald yet.
My therapist says it's smarter to let go and not acknowledge the toxic things that you can see. So I pretend I do not see it, you say.
I see. What if McMorgan takes a moment to kick his face in?
You know what? I might give him I might applaud.
Okay, fair enough. Here we go. I mean, the growing animosity between these groups.
I mean, everyone against Louis and the Fae versus the Fae Hunter. Yeah, this seems to track.
Again, I mean, part of the reason that Jagger Blackthorn is coming over is, as he put it, he doesn't want to leave Erlking Wes unchecked. Now, I don't know if Beowulf and McMorgan are happy that that's happening, or if they take that as a slight insult.
I mean, I was going to say, it would kind of seem like Blackthorn kind of stepping on toes in a sense, right?
Well, I mean...
clearly you two are inept, so I'm going to come over and do your job for you, kind of thing.
Well, I mean, he's not just talking. I mean, he talked about a lot of things. We've had issues, whatever the hell is going on with Constantinople, our Big Oof champion, and his nature as a rat ogre and something of a warp.
Yeah, there was a whole thing about that.
I don't get it.
Well, last time I was here, I had a big conversation about it, about how Warpstone really did level what was formerly known as South America.
Although, again, he's going to be very soon having a match with his former tag team partner, Osman Kilik. No longer Istanbul.
Yeah, no, I heard about that, and I was told not to ask the Turks about it.
Yeah, you really should just leave it alone. Wait a minute, you still have Turkey in the future?
Well...
Wait a minute, what's going on here? Oh, shit! Fae shit!
Fuckery.
Fae fuckery occurred right there in the ring, folks! You saw it! Erlking Wes teleported!
Oh, running. Yep, there it is. No, that's it. Yeah, that's... Oh.
Well, you know
Normally,
what? Beowulf's resilient.
He is.
This is probably not the first Fae fuckery he's faced.
Won't be the last, but yep, there it is. Go figure.
Well, Louis tried to get, and Beowulf just waved him off. I mean, I think he flipped him off.
Yeah, it's the most natural thing to do. What's Louis gonna do? Interfere and get Wes disqualified? That would be silly. Big neck breaker. Almost a hammer and anvil neck breaker. So I was mentioning, what you call Germany, as well as a few other countries in Europe, became the Eastern European affiliation.
Okay.
Something along those lines. Kind of like, what was it? What did you guys have in the Soviet Union? Some kind of union?
You'd have to ask Nice Ice about that.
Yeah, sometimes it was like that, but for like Eastern Europe.
Oh, right! Backbreaker.
Backbreaker effective, but will it get the job done when? Yep. Yeah.
Now,
that.
you know, I mean, Louis McDonald is annoying enough. Oh! Beowulf was almost ready for him, saw him coming, but still, Erlking Wes had enough time. What?
Backdrop Uranagi planting Beowulf. And that big face breaker. Leg drop across the throat.
That's the red cap.
It's a bad day to be Beowulf right now. As yep, and yep. There it is. Planting him on his front. Chest, diaphragm, lungs, face, all colliding. Knocking the wind out of you. Wait a minute. Oh my god. Yeah, I forgot he could do that.
I mean, again, deceptively strong is the Fey King. But Beowulf giving as good as he gets.
Big Beal and once.
There's Louis again.
It just doesn't end. It just doesn't end. And yeah, there it is. Seatbelt suplex.
I mean, you've been on the receiving end of a lot of Louis McDonald's bullshit over the years.
It never ends. To this day, it doesn't end.
Oh!
Manhattan drop, inverted atomic drop for those at home. Yeah. And a big backbreaker. One from the front, one from the back.
Yeah, Erlking Wes taking it right in the goblins.
It's justified as hamstring action. It's funny how the ref never seems to call that a low blow, despite it very clearly being.
Yeah.
Big toe hold on Beowulf, trying to wrench the foot.
Oh, wait a minute.
Deadlift.
Oh.
Yeah. Big powerbomb planting Beowulf on the back of his neck.
2. Kick out at 2. Oh no. No. Here it comes. Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, here we are. The wrath of the Goblin King.
That's the match. Count to 10? Count to 5, 20?
Or count to 2, Beowulf, the myth made flesh, not giving up.
Kicking Wes in the side of the head, and
there's Louis McDonald again, but Beowulf again waves him off.
Big Manhattan drop, went to the well one too many times, and going for a discus lair, but nobody home. Wes still hunched over from that Manhattan drop. Big side headlock. Wait, that looked quite a little shady.
But it's against Erlking Wes. I think we're going to go ahead and give it to him.
I thought I saw something between his fingers when he jammed it in Wes's face.
The Hawkshaw's locked in. Now wrenching on the legs of the Fey King.
Away, but
breaks out.
Listen, fair is fair is fair, but call it what it is.
Well, we'll have to go back and play the tape. Yeah. Meanwhile, go for a pin. 1, 2. Count of 2.
Erlking Wes still holding on. It's a little... and once more, Louis McDonald can't keep his mouth shut.
And again, Erlking Wes.
Big German suplex right on the back of his neck. a little concerned that McMorgan just seems to let Louis get away with all of this.
You know what? Knowing McMorgan, I could see him just keeping accounting of all the things Louis is going to have to pay for. Oh my God, the red cap hit again.
That big leg drop and charge.
I think here it comes, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, Hearn's charge.
Yeah, no, I felt that personally.
And your winner, Erlking Wes. Yeah. I think we are far from done with this particular story there. And McMorgan is just looking pissed on the other side.
McMorgan had more than enough opportunities to get himself involved. He sat there and watched. I'm not sure.
Okay, you've got questions.
I do have questions. Because as much as I despise both men on the other side of the ring, they did win. And they did what it took to win, which was expected of them going into this. You know Louis cheats. You know he can't keep his mouth shut. You know he'll do whatever it takes to distract you. And you didn't come prepared, knowing full well what the men can do?
Well, before the match, tweeting out on social media, McMorgan said, "Therapy is a waste of money. You solve your problems by breaking them over your knee. It also helps if you're getting paid to do it," my old man would say.
Man, that post aged real well, didn't it?
Well, here's one thing I think you'll find really interesting. From Jagger Blackthorn, the newest member of the Warzone roster. And then you all wonder why I made my decision. I'm coming to turn worlds upside down. See you folks soon. I'm surprised you didn't end it with "So saith the Omni Slayer," but I think that's just implied.
Yeah, it's implied, and you know what? I welcome CJ Blackthorn now. I think they need it. I think they were underprepared for. They should have been prepared.
You think it's time?
I in fact do.
All right. Well, so we've had a lot of stuff going on all day. So we have a lot going on in the title scenes. One of the interesting takes is, simply put, that, you have Suplex Sam and his Warp Gate Hardcore Championship, and you have R. Sawyer and the Janitor. And both of those men have stated they were going for a triple crown, or as the Janitor's he's going for a clean sweep. They're both looking to win multiple belts this year. And they both made their declarations nearly at the same time, but independent of each other. But as the gentlemen they are not ignoring each other. In fact, we just received some audio to that end. So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you a meeting between R. Sawyer and the Janitor.
Ah, Sawyer. Glad you could stop by for some tea.
Thanks for accepting my proposal for some tea. I could really use some right now.
Not a problem. I take it this is about Suplex Sam's recent announcement and the match that happened?
It's not fully about Suplex Sam. Okay, it is a little bit. You've been in my position before. I'm without a team. I don't know when Zacko or Malice are going to boot up. I'm on my own, which feels weird after being in one of the most prominent factions for so long. And I should be absolutely fuming at the Bloodline. I should be angry, because angry gets shit done. But I'm not. I've done my business on Easel Scorn. I took out the clowns and my cup runneth over with happiness and peace. And yet shit is falling down around me. And you and I both know Suplex Sam is going to fuck us over every opportunity that he can get. That's the VIP rulebook. So I have one question. For the man that went to Training Mountain, the man that no longer is part of the Republic, for the man who cleans up the trash around here, what do I do?
That is truly a difficult question. Truth be told, I was very much in the same headspace before my duel with Uncle. I felt there was nothing more for me. I even contemplated leaving the ring entirely. I realized something, though. Peace is a prison without passion. Men like us need goals to keep going, so I made one. You have a goal too, correct?
Yeah, I do. And I doubt Xero will want me to be wallowing in self-pity. Thanks for this. I needed the reminder. But for now, how about we go a little more cooperative in dealing with Sam?
So there you have it. Well, you know what? At least they're handling their business like gentlemen. So that's good. Also tweeting out on social media, Beowulf, Louis, I gave you the choice of facing me alone, but you chose to do what I predicted. You chose a coward's way out. You hid behind Erlking Wes while spewing nonsense. So I ask you again, Louis, put your money where your mouth is and face me. I mean,
I like the intent, but as someone well versed in Louis at this point, I feel like I have a PhD in his bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
He won't acknowledge you. He will simply work on his time and continue to work on his time until you piss him off enough. So you should find where he lives. You know, I might have an address somewhere.
Yeah, you know, maybe you and Beowulf can compare notes.
I have access to them. I still have some old records.
Well, you know, I mean, because of Louis, you did spend that time in prison.
I did. Ooh, yeah. No, I made some good friends in prison.
You
but
did?
Ooh, Inquisition prison was bad.
I mean, your
Space jail was awful.
The cell next over was Dagrick.
Yeah, I watched him do things. It was real. I still think about the things I saw.
So, we have had recently, you know, we've been talking, you know, that was about the Warp Gate hardcore scene with Sawyer and the janitor. But we also have the Nexus Titan Championship situation, which, of course, are main events tonight. Gore-Wheel versus Gorm and Flyboy Bell versus Injustice Jhake. The winners of those two matches will face each other for an opportunity at the Nexus Titan Championship at the pay-per-view. But here's the other thing. Kane, of course, is the apprentice of Xero. And a couple of weeks ago, in a match against Juan Chance, Xero, after the match, threw a chair in for Kane to use on the fallen Juan, and Kane threw the chair back out of the ring, refusing. So that's had a lot of people going and questioning what's happening between the Sith Lord and his apprentice. And there's a person with, shall we say, a stake in the story who has something he wants to say. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's head to ringside and let's hear from the Storyteller.
Oh.
Sit a while and listen. Kane, I've been telling you all along, you're on the path of a new story. You're on a new journey, the likes of which you could never fully understand. And as you open this new chapter, you need to be listening to your instincts. You need to hear the call of the dark. Xero has shown you a path, shown you a way. Look how successful you've been under his training, harnessing your anger, gaining focus. You have become one of the top in this business, holding a prestigious belt. And perhaps you need to take this path and take your destiny into your own hands with that power. Cain, you were not wrong to learn from the darkness, but it's all in the application. It is all in how you choose to wield said power. You are now at a crossroads. The crossroads are always a dangerous place. It is where brigands lie, where paths converge. There is a reason old powers prefer to make deals at crossroads. And it is at this crossroad you will make your deal and decide who you will be. And I have no stake in this game. I am merely here recording the story that is being told. Pick the high road. Pick the low road. I will respect either Cain, but Cain, pick your road. I look forward to seeing your next chapter. Even with motivational speeches, he's very creepy.
Yeah, but he's been here a long time, and he's kind of earned the right.
I mean, he's been here from, let's face it, he was in MNW before there was an MNW.
Yeah, he
came from a whole nother universe.
Yeah, he's reserved the right to put his dick on the table, as it were.
I'm not sure that's the phrasing I would have used, Aiden, but you do you, boo-boo. Well, it's time for more tag team action. So, what do you say? Let's head to the ring.
You absolutely can.
The following match is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, Jack Abbott and Devin, Shoot Nation! It's been a day of champions, Aiden. These guys were tag team champions for a fair bit.
No, Shoot Nation has come a long, long way.
And, as they come down to ringside, but boy, do they have their work cut out for them today, considering who they're fighting.
I've heard the rumor.
Well, I mean, it's the Murder Cave, but the problem is Murder Cave, that's 4 guys. Which 4 are they going to face? Or, I'm sorry, which 2 are they going to face?
I feel like Shoot Nation used to be a bigger team.
Well, Shoot Nation used to have another member, but he's now our Warpgate Hardcore Champion as member of VIP.
Yeah, they do that.
They
do that, huh?
Once they lost him, they became champions. So, good on them.
Cut the weight. Yeah, I feel you.
And introducing their opponents. They are Chaz Lee and Dr. Grimm, the Murder Cave. I guess Dr. Grimm is recovered.
Yeah, and he looks something
doesn't look. I mean, all right. So apparently he was badly hurt in that accident that happened at Multivania with the device, and has been under the care and treatment of Dr. Caliban. But my first thing is, what's up with his eyes?
That's one question. The concept of Dr. Grimm and Dr. Caliban working together and comparing notes, that is a nightmare within itself.
I mean, fair, but on the other hand, they did stitch the universe back together, so... Also, did they teleport? Was I seeing things when they entered the ring?
Oh, they absolutely did. How they did it? Chazley's right there.
All right, well, anyway, here they are. The Murder Cave. I'm going to ask a silly question, Aiden. Who do you like in this match?
Man, 4 years ago, I would have said Chaz, my boy, but he has since made his alliances. I'm gonna go with Shoot Nation. I'm gonna side with Shoot Nation for probably the first time in a long time, and I'm gonna say they're gonna do their best.
All right, fair enough. Shoot Nation it is. Hey, look, it's Dr. Grimm. Wait a minute. The hell?
Suplex from Dr. Grimm.
I mean, he's moving kind of fast, but what's up with his arm?
That is unnerving. That doesn't look human.
I mean, what did Dr. Caliban have to do to repair this man?
Do you think Dr. Caliban needed a reason to do some freaky flesh experiment?
I mean, that's normally what you associate Grimm with, not Caliban. But again, Grimm was probably consulting on his own treatment.
Oh yeah, I can almost guarantee you Grimm doesn't believe in anesthetic. Unless he's applying it.
So, here we go. Oh! Well, Jack Abbott just told Grimm what he thought.
Jack Abbott with some strong language and some mind games.
And Grimm with his answer to that, a backbreaker. And in comes Chaz Lee.
It makes sense. Chaz has metal arms. Punching those isn't gonna feel good.
No, but it's like we've obviously got that hydraulic arm on it, but now whatever, I don't know that I look at that with Grimm and
It's a little concerning to say the least, and completely fucked up to say the most.
Also, I'm looking at Grimm. Is he actually, Aiden? Is he taller than he was before Multivania?
Yeah, he's significantly. I don't remember him being like a full 2 feet taller than Chad. And now he is. So take that as you will and realize that this is literally a bigger, badder Dr. Grimm. And that, he still has the
oh, wait a minute,
surgical claw.
Here we go.
That deep bridge, but yet throat caught on that bottom rope, calculated by Dr. Grimm.
I mean, that's what you're always going to face when you're facing Dr. Grimm, is it just a well-calculated offense.
Do you think Shoot Nation is aware to watch out for that claw? Do you think they know yet?
I mean, Shoot Nation is good at scouting their opponents. I'm sure they understand it's a threat. Sure.
But they didn't think he'd be back, right? They didn't know he'd be back yet, so.
I didn't think he'd be. I knew that the Murder Cave was sending some people down. I assumed it was going to be Chaz Lee and Arkolf.
Right, so they'd be scouting for Chaz and Arkolf, and with Grimm walking out, it kind of puts a whole kibosh to their plan, doesn't it?
I didn't know Grimm had been medically cleared to compete.
I mean, he could have just cleared himself. He is a doctor with like 4 PhDs.
Well, the thing is, I'm looking at I'm not seeing any ring rust. I'm not seeing. I mean, ring rust. He did compete at Multivania, but he's been under medical care since then. And then, of course, you've got Chaz Lee.
I have many feelings about Chaz Lee.
Yeah.
Most of them bad.
I mean, well, you said yourself in that promo a couple weeks ago, all the top talent who were in High Voltage, Chaz Lee, Injustice Jhake, Zach O'Doul, R. Sawyer. You know, how many former world champions were former High Voltage members?
and they all, at least most of them, got their big shot after leaving High Voltage. So that's something I've had to think about that for a while. That they've all had their big shots after leaving, most of them at least. Jhake and R. Sawyer held their big belt, you know, independently. It's been a lot to think about the history of High Voltage, and again, it does sting to see Chaz Lee where he is, seeing as how we once held tag gold together, you know.
Yep. Whoa. You know what? Jack Abbott. Oh, Jack Abbott was biting. You know, I don't know if I'd feel safe biting Dr. Grimm.
That's a hazard. But it almost paid off.
So we're also, there's a message coming off, bridging. Oh, that Scorpion Lock. Oh! Oh my God!
Wait a minute! What?
And here's your winners, Shoot Nation! Maybe Dr. Grimm isn't at 100% yet. Maybe he came back to action a little too early.
I want to agree, but Grimm is too calculated for that. There has to be a plan in place.
There absolutely
has to be something
could be. Also, tweeting out on social media, Injustice Jake, Chaz Lee, brave of you to show your face on Warzone now that I'm back in action. I mean, that's you know what? There's a lot. I agree that there's a lot of history there between, you know, again, Chaz Lee, Jake, both members of Shoot Nation High Voltage at the same time.
Yep, the founding members even.
So that's and of course things didn't end well.
No, they didn't.
Oh no! Now here, oh no! Graven has said something very frightening. Graven has stated, "You guys are assuming that this is the same Grimm that got blown up."
Yeah,
I mean,
like I said, that's a good point.
He seemed taller, and yeah, and I'm See, now I'm gonna lose sleep over that. Now that's gonna haunt my dreams. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot more action to present to you, but as always, we've got to pay the bills. So Aiden and I'll be back after these commercial messages.
Feel the warm, milky, healing, Jesus-powered goodness that is Lactatanks. Step inside or be thrown in forcibly by registered Anon after you've gotten the shit beaten out of you by multiple people in one wrestling match. We swear nobody has ever died in a Lactatank. What is the Lacta made of in the Lactatank? We have no fucking clue, but we enjoy it anyways, and you will too. Lactatanks, come feel our warm, creamy, healing Jesus goodness.
Multiverse, Nexus Wrestling's Warzone, Flashbang, and Firing Line are all proudly sponsored by Enraptured Beauty. Our products, rather than using unnatural and harmful chemicals, revitalize your skin by boosting the natural elements already present and enhance your natural beauty so you too can love your best self.
It's morning in Multiverse, and the rest of day looms looking to break the barrier like monster breaking human twig in a wrestling ring. But there is remedy. Squash roast coffee! made from finest naturally grown beans for best wake-up energy. That's because every bean have 10 beans within. That'll be 10 times more big energy than competing brand. More than enough big Squatch energy to power through day. Squatch roast coffee. It's big cup of good stuff. Now available on decaf. Oh, but there is need to come down from blood rage.
When you want the most detailed and violent-looking pictures of battlegrounds, look for Perfect Snap Photography. We do bar fights, wars, underground wrestling, and weddings.
My wedding dress, you fat harlot!
Remember, Perfect Snap Photography. It'll be bloody perfect in a snap.
You two can now wage war against the flabby wrestlers of MNW with your own exclusive Zacho action figure. It comes with trios tag belt accessories and nut-kicking action. Pull the cord to hear Zacho's famous quotes.
Get that microphone away from me before I shot up your...
The Zacho Duo action figure, sold separately.
Whether you're working at home or giving your opponent work, we here at Lowe's are there for you. We're here with our sturdy tables and ladders that cease to exist if broken in half. We're here with rings that can stand up to even the most grueling of hoss fights. And when a locker room door is inevitably smashed by an angry lion woman, or a fiery undead leaves burn marks all over your paint, Lowe's will be there with a little elbow grease, a substandard 2x4, and a 6-figure bill. Don't believe me? Listen to these satisfied customers.
You know, I like Lowe's because they have tables that I can put pizza on because everyone else keeps breaking the goddamn tables.
This is Raphael Sampson here to remind you that Lowe's brand lumber is subpar at best. You deserve better. And trust me, I would know. I worship a god.
Lowe's is great for tinkering with any hero gadgets.
Sometimes when executing wrestling justice, I've had to break down a few barriers and a few walls. Oh, fucking damn it, Max, my wall! Thank goodness I shop at Lowe's so I can get the best deal on replacing and fixing all the walls I break.
Lowe's. Do it subpar for more.
Why?
And now, a message from the brass. This has been a message from the brass.
Have you or a beloved faction member suffered from a preventable workplace injury, jobber discrimination, threatening lawsuits from VIP, or harassment from Trashman Jones? You may be entitled to financial compensation and physical retribution. If so, please call Gore-Wheel & Associates Law Firm to schedule an appointment. We handle all cases, whether they be civil litigation, criminal litigation, or a backstage beatdown. We understand it's tough out here in the Nexus, and you need someone to both watch your back and break the other guys. So call 1-800-NEXUS-DEFENSE. And remember, you don't pay a fee unless we get blood and money for you.
And we are back. So, tweeting out on social media while we were away, McMorgan tweets, "I didn't interfere with the fight because it was Beowulf's fight. He wanted it, he is my blood brother, and he still fought like a proper warrior. When he wants me to help, he will ask, and we will break Legion. The hunt is not over with one loss." So there you have that from McMorgan of the Wild Hunt. So Aiden,
yeah,
and again, I know you have strong feelings about Louis McDonald and all that. What do you think? Is that, or would you just go over and pound Louis' face?
I mean, I would have protected my team. I would have done the right thing and stand by my side.
Well, in the meantime, we have so much to cover today. I mean, we still have our co-main events today. But in the meantime, a lot of people have had a lot going on just in various places. And none more surprising, a surprise team-up from last week when Mega Blitz X stormed the ring after Samjax defeated Forrest Wade. And Gorm came out to help Samjax and was stopped by none other than Maximilian Thunder Thighs. So let's go here. We got a little recording of a meeting between Mega and Max after the fact. Let's go listen to it now.
Max, thanks again for the save last week. I don't think I could have stopped Gorm and Samjax.
Don't worry about it. You should have seen what I did to Carnival to keep him busy after his match. Oh, Val, is there butter all over our floors?
Yes, Carney.
Delicious. Hey, Mega, can I ask you something? What's your goal with the world title?
Well, it's all about what Zacho said. I was about to beat him until what happened, and I feel we were both screwed over. His belt and my opportunity to be in the main events, so in a way, I want to win it so me and Zacho can have a proper rematch.
How did you? I work with kids. Kids love fighting games. Mega Blitz, you know it, I know it, and they all know it. You and Samjax are gonna have to duke it out for the world title. It's gonna be the good guy versus the bad guy. That's all good, and nobody will take that away from you. But you could do all of that without the belt. Why do you want the belt?
To undo the injustice and what happened to...
No! Not the hero's cop-out, Mega! Why do you want the heavyweight belt?
I don't know what you mean!
Exactly, Mega! You have the skills to become a champion, but are you hungry enough to do it? Samjax? Oh, he's got hunger in spades. And it's not because of his fangs. He is a lion! He wanted to become champion and did everything he could to get the title. And if you get into that match with a half-assed desire, he's gonna eat you alive!
What do you want me to do, Max?
Prove it. I don't care if I have to beat it out of you. Show me the guy behind the Henshin hero is a lion who can rightfully bear his fangs at an even bigger lion who's holding your damn belt! You're already a hero. Now go be a champion.
My whole life, I've been caught up with this mindset of, I have to fight so no one else has to. But I completely forgotten the important thing. I can't help anyone if I can't help myself. And I can help a lot by being the champion MNW needs. So I'm gonna be a little selfish and get that belt whatever it takes. Thanks again, Max.
Leave the rest of Conquest to me. I got some friends who can help. I believe in you, buddy.
Well, I think, you know what? I think Maximilian Thunder Thighs could have a great career as a motivational speaker.
Isn't he one already?
That's a good point. Well, you know what? After that, it wouldn't be fair if we didn't hear from the man they were talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, your Multiverse heavyweight champion, Samjax.
A lot has happened in these last few weeks. I'll address them all in due time. Isn't that right, Niamek? First off, I want to address something before responding to the comments of my dessert victory. Over 2 years ago, I gave you all a riddle. What is a man? Is a man someone who challenges adversity with a never-say-die attitude? Is a man a creature who hides behind a mask, so scared that he unknowingly embraces the title of gatekeeper? What is a mask? Masks were commonly used to warn off spirits and demons. Masks were used to tell stories. Masks were worn by man. Humanity wears masks because they want to portray the opposite of what they are. Humanity wears masks because they are afraid. Just who were the first to respond to my declaration? Mortals with masks. Mega Child X and Mr. Thunder Thighs. I've already beaten my lessons onto the child already. He has lost his chances of climbing through the hells I have to get here. Max, however, is unique. I I have no idea what he said in his last promo, but I feel the rage boiling underneath. You are the moth, sir, and the rage is a fire. Get close, and you will embrace the pain of many who have failed before you. Trust me, MNW. I am not going to let go of this worn, soiled, and humiliated championship belt until I, Samjax, bathed in the blood of someone whose shadow still casts over me. Remember these words. What is a man who is afraid of death?
Yeah, you know, Samjax, here's the thing. He outplayed everyone. You know, all the booking, I mean, up to and including the brass. So, it's, And tweeting out on social media, well, first off, we have Nakano Kirishima going, Bagman, if you think you can insult me after eliminating me in a showcase and I'll just take it, be ready, Bagman, because once I'm finished with boot camp, you're next. So, the delinquent calling out the, some people have been saying the dumpster diving brawler. I feel we still need to workshop that.
We need to see we need to see what his style is. You know, we haven't really seen much of him.
I mean, you know, so far all we've seen him was being attacked backstage by Seth Jackson, and then of course his frankly stellar performance in that showcase match where I think maybe Nakano, you know, Bagman did eliminate half the people in that match. So, just saying. Also tweeting out on social media, Maximilian Thunderthighs, I am in support of Mega Blitz if he wants the title, but to be clear, if Mega can't do it, I will. Oh, all right. Well, we're okay. I need you to again brace yourself a little bit here, Aiden. We're about to have an awkward. How much dealings did you have with the PR department, the HR department when Registered Anon was involved?
When he was the HR department?
Yeah.
2 shifts in the night. We really didn't. Yeah, his schedule was busy. Like, you know, we still had we have our stories, we have our histories, but he's been taking his job seriously, so I never bothered him.
All right. Did he ever? Okay. Did he ever inform you what your blood tasted like?
Oh yeah, years ago, forever ago.
What was yours?
Cotton candy.
Huh. Yeah, I was like fruit punch Gatorade.
Oh, nice. That's a compliment.
If you say so. Anyway, the real reason I bring it up is, guess who just scheduled some mic time in the ring?
Good for him.
So let's head to the ring. Hi, folks. It's me. It's your old friend, Registered Anon. I gotta tell you how good I'm feeling right now. So, you know, I spent a lot of time as your human resources representative. And you know what was good about that? And good about how all those things happen? It helped me get a grip on myself. All these voices in my head. I really feel that not just dealing with that job, but shedding it let me really get in touch with myself. And I feel a lot better for it. The job is no longer holding me back, and I've gotten, if nothing else, stronger. And I may have some regrets, you know. I certainly regret how much I helped some of the people in this company. Not Big Papa Plutonium. He's great, but I really regret how much I helped Ozzy at the Rand and VIP. They came to me for so much, and I gave them so much, and let's be honest, they didn't really deserve it. So I need to make amends. And I now have an opportunity. Because I'm taking on Suplex. Oh, speak of the devil, and he shall appear.
Spoke him into existence.
And here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. Your Warp Gate Hardcore Champion, Suplex Sam. Hey, yo, you little gremlin. Weren't you buffer like last week when you won that match? I mean, you're looking skinny. How does somebody lose all those gains in 1 week? You know what? Never mind. You think you're going to make amends, bro, on us? Good luck, shrimp. Oh no, see, last week that was Gym Rat Anon in the match. I'm Microphone Anon. It's a little different. I could explain the metaphysics, but you just get lost. But that's not important. What's important is me making things right that I did wrong by taking that belt off your waist. Yeah, no, that's not happening. No. I mean, I know that you apparently get off on the pain, but when anyone's had the hell beaten out of them enough, they just lie down, and that's what's gonna happen with you. You pace. What? Why what do you look like under there? I gotta ask. Oh, Sammy, you couldn't handle it. No, to look upon my visit. Oh, no. You don't want that, trust me. No, but that's okay. You know, you make your boastering, you make your bluster, you make your pronouncements of how tough you are and how you're going to beat me. So, I remember my tag team's name was One True Pain. I thrive on pain. Yeah, you know, that makes me almost not want to touch you, but you know what? That's fine. We'll do it hardcore style. I will take you to the Valley of Hurt like you've never been taken before. And I don't care which Anon you are. Gym Rat, Leisure Suit. Oh, maybe I'll be Green Grouchy Garbage Can Anon. He's always fun. Oh, no, wait. I know. For you special, you get to, maybe you'll face Dude Bro Anon. Oh, yeah, he's a lot of fun. Wait. I got it. No, you know what? I don't want to know. You know what? However this works in your fevered little head, I don't care. All I want is you, me, in the ring. We will face each other. It'll be brutal. I will figure out, you know what? Maybe I'll find out what your blood tastes like. Oh, see, now you're getting into the spirit of things. I knew we could get to somewhere. It's going to be awesome. But let me tell you something. You know, I can judge a man by his blood. So there's guys like, Trash Man Jones. His blood was interesting and bizarre because it never tasted the same twice. And then there's, your boss. Ooh, his blood, it's kind of plain, kind of uninteresting. You'd think somebody who is the VI Pharaoh would have the most interesting blood. Oh, he doesn't. It's like bland. And that's sad, man. But, that's not about that. It's about me doing what's right. And what's right is kicking your ass and maybe taking that shiny net off your head. It looks stupid. So, yeah. How about we set that date and I'll see you in the ring. Okay. So, that happened.
That went about as well as expected.
I'm just, Yeah. and yet looking at that, I'm finding myself, okay, registered Anon and I had all kinds of problems while he was in HR because of him coming in, overwriting my matches, and just being a pain in the ass on booking. And yet now I find myself rooting for him. I actually want him to win.
Me and Anon have had far too many adventures that no one but me and him and a few others would remember about how we stopped, well, the multiverse from being wiped out. But I watched his, I saw what his mask is. It's, you know, it's an organic, like, eldritch creature. Like, it fixes itself. It's real awful.
You know what? TMI. Too much. That's fine. So our next, I think you're going to enjoy this next match, Aiden.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, just because it's an old friend of yours, so to speak. You know what?
Concern.
Let's just go to ringside. The following match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, Depth Charge. So here's an interesting guy. I mean, he's, you know, he had maybe a cup of coffee in Nakano Worldwide. He was there for a bit, didn't do a lot. But since that group broke up and he's been out in singles action, he's actually been making a name for himself.
Making a splash, if you will.
Yeah, but no, he's been doing some great work, some great in-ring action. You know, he has been building up his rep. And yeah, I still get a little worried about a man who, you know, he has to wear that headgear in the ring because he can't breathe in our oxygen-rich environment.
I know what that's like. I had that problem for a little bit too.
And introducing his opponent, Vinsmoke Sanji. Wow, what a road this man has traveled.
Feels almost like we've come full circle, huh?
Well, I mean, we certainly have come back to, yeah, he's after going through so much, the possession by the hat, all the issues with the breakup or his leaving of Omega Club. But now this feels like we've got the classic Vinsmoke back, the man who built what was at one time the most dominant faction in MNW.
I mean, again, he is, as much as I have, you know, I have my own issues with Vinsmoke Sanji, he is definitely a self-made talent in the company.
And now that he's back in full form, you know, it's interesting to see that rebuild. I know that he would like to regain gold, but on his own, with no question as to it being done by his own talent. And now we're off. And the big man taking an early advantage. But now, you know what you see here? That's the veteran experience of Vinsmoke Sanji getting out of that and turning it to his advantage.
He's very good at taking opportunities.
And the only thing I worry about with this match is you've got both of these men who, you know, have some kind of, shall we say, mechanical add-on. And how is that going to play? How is that hydraulic arm of Vinsmoke going to play against that reinforced helmet of Depth Charge?
What happens if one of the lenses break and oxygen gets in?
Well, I mean, you know, he has opened it before to talk briefly. He can't do it for long. But probably we'd have to get medical care out here.
That might be where Vinsmoke aims most of his attention, if we're being honest. That would be the most Vinsmoke way to handle a fight like this, if I'm being honest.
Well, sure, but I mean, that was also the whole. I mean, here's the thing: we're kind of getting to know Vinsmoke all over again. So there's the question of is he still going to go that route, or is he going to maybe try something different?
You know what?
Oh!
I was once hopeful and optimistic towards that, but just because a snake sheds its skin does not make it a duck.
Yeah. And of course, everyone knows, Vinsmoke, master of the super kick. His smoking gun.
Yeah, no, his very talented when it comes to pinpoint accuracy with the super kick. Speaking of.
Yeah, and there it is. That was
the firing squad right to the face.
Just right there. And that kind of goes back to your thing of targeting the helmet.
Yep.
But that's also just sort of a natural target for his style.
And that was very much
smoking gun again.
If Sanji's turned a new leaf, I'm definitely not seeing it right now. And once again, a firing squad.
Just nailing it.
Lens.
2. Oh, the ref didn't see him and grab the rope.
I thought I saw Depth Charge grab the rope.
He did, but the ref didn't see it. He was looking at the wrong spot. Here's your winner, Vinsmoke, Sanji. Yeah, if I'm Depth Charge, I'm pissed right now. But
I would be a little pissed. I would also rush to medical because he seemed to have trouble breathing after that, multiple super kicks to the face.
But I mean,
I would go backstage and get patched up first.
I
would
run
him through a wall.
Let's be honest, that was a dominant performance from Vinsmoke.
A very dominant performance, but it feels like it plays right into what I was talking about the old Vinsmoke Sanji and his style of handling opponents who might have an advantage over him.
I can't necessarily argue with you there, Aiden, but yeah,
I'm by no means talking down on it. Listen, I've been known to do what it takes to win a match once in a while. I understand. I'm not a hypocrite. I am fully aware that sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, but be honest about it.
I mean, fair enough. Just a second, Aiden. I'm getting word they're doing a quick reboot on the monitors.
Understood.
All right, yeah, it should be fine now. All right. So, well, with that, so as we're getting ready for our co-main events, there's somebody else we have to hear from. As was mentioned, the ICC in their earlier matchups, the first person Lachen did a tryout match to join was Rapture New Road. And, we saw earlier with that matchup with Lachen versus Power Surge, we heard Rapture's music play. Well, apparently the Tiefling has something to say. So, ladies and gentlemen, Rapture New Road.
Nice ice. You call me out and say don't half-ass it. You're right. I shouldn't half-ass it. However, you don't have anything I want to make me do more than half-ass. You talk about loving this competition. My family is in it, you communist prick. See, the difference between the ICC and me is I already have a home. A family, if you will. One that brings violence and rage. And when we are together, it's not just me for obvious reasons. No, Nice Ice. It's not even the ICC. It's DND. Until then, show me your worth more than my half-ass attempt. I've been in more title pictures than you have. and in the most known faction in MNW. Step to my level and get ready to roll for consequences. 'Cause you got hit with a real natural 20.
Well, looks like Rapture took that a little personally.
A tad. A touch.
Yeah, and I mean, yes, he does have his group Dungeons and Destiny, but they're, over on Flashbang. So, although as we've seen, it's not impossible to, to do a transfer. I mean, with Jagger Blackthorn joining us over here, I mean, I don't know, maybe that could be interesting, and that would certainly make Michael happy because he could look at the roster again and go, nice.
Yeah, no, the jump is doable.
Mm-hmm. So, but now it is time for the first of two important matches. These matches will determine who will face each other to earn an opportunity at the Nexus Titan Championship. So, with no further ado, let's head to ringside. The following match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, Gore-Wheel.
You want to talk about a breakout star?
Oh, I mean, Gore-Wheel is an impressive performer, both as a member of the tag team, the Toxic Wastelanders, and as a solo performer. And coming to the ring now, this, you got to wonder, where are we going today when it comes to Gore-Wheel? What are we going to see? And how likely is there going to be a legal injunction due to it?
It depends if he wins or not. I feel like if he wins, there's no legal injunction, and if he loses, all of a sudden, something illegal happened.
But either way, he's got, he has a hell of a mountain to climb if he is going to reach for this opportunity. And introducing his opponent, representing the Conquest Bloodline, Gorm. I mean,
speaking of someone who looks bigger than usual,
I mean, Gorm. I mean, he's been around. People forget how long he's been part of MNW.
It's been a little bit. It's been a while.
He has taken breaks. He also spent a significant amount of time when he moved over to Flashbang, but then came back to Warzone and joined with the Conquest Bloodline. And, now that the Bloodline hold the Multiverse Heavyweight Championship, the momentum is in their favor. Now, of course, last week he was coming out to help Sam Jackson, was blocked by Maximilian Thunder Thighs. But now he's got to face something else entirely in Gore-Wheel. And you know what? Here's a scary thought. Not many people dwarf Gore-Wheel.
Yeah, no, it's you don't usually see a size difference like this with Gore-Wheel being the smaller of two. And Gorm making it known, the power difference, just how strong Gorm is.
I mean, I don't understand. You know what? When people say, well, he's a Goliath, I'm like, okay. I guess that means he's made some kind of rock person?
Rock-like skin. Hard, tough skin, but...
I don't...
Big person, basically.
Yeah, I don't understand 100% what that means, but on the other hand, I used to wrestle against a golem, so,
I was gonna say, that's more of a rock skin thing, is the golem.
Yeah, oh, it hurt hitting him. Oh.
I bet it hurt being hit by him.
It did.
Which kind of leans into the very important detail of don't get hit when you're wrestling. try not to get hit.
Try not to. I mean that's always a when possible, hit your opponent more than they hit you.
I think Vinsmoke Sanji made a very clear show of that.
Yeah, he was on top of that whole match. But right now, I feel Gorm is having his way with Gore-Wheel.
Yeah, which is something you don't see very often, let alone at all.
Oh
my
what a
God.
boot!
Launching him. Launched him across the ring with the force of that short kick. And backbreaker. Just bending the spine over his knee.
And, there's not going to be any help for Gore-Wheel. Oh, going for the pin. Oh, the ref saw the rope that time.
Oh, I'm glad the ref definitely is doing his job this time. Makes you really now wonder what his angle was in the Vinsmoke match.
I was going to say right now, Big Papa Plutonium's down in Florida. As he said, he had to go visit Elsa.
Yeah, okay, fair. I'm not sure what that means, but sure, whatever you say.
Yeah, that was kind of how I felt about it.
I learned a lesson with Big Papa Plutonium, which was you nod your head and smile, and you blink once in a while, and he will leave you alone.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
Gore-Wheel, though, getting back on top of this match. The ref might have seen him grab the rope that time because he didn't want to get sued, actually. I just thought about that.
Ooh.
Oh my, big Judica-style hip toss. Sending Gorm end over end. And Gorm just stomping on him.
That's something you don't... How often do you see anyone do that to Gorm?
That's what I'm saying. I think I've only seen one person manhandle Gorm like this, and that was during their blood feud.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, it's no secret what that blood feud was. Big sleeper back slam, dropping him on the back of his skull.
I mean, you can say Johan Mjoln. I mean, we're all the same company, even if he is over on Flashbang.
Yeah, but that gives Eric attention. You know how he gets.
Yeah, you know what? Eric's fine.
I was all talking about Script Daddy, but you know.
Well, Oh, that one. Yeah, that was also impressive.
Oh, my pile driver off the apron.
Script Daddy retired to a farm upstate.
Good for him.
Yeah.
I had a dog that did that once, too.
Oh, I'm picking up Gorm and off of the hardest part of the ring.
Snake Eyes off that apron. The metal supports right to the bridge of the nose. He's biting the fingers of the stone skin Goliath.
And the crowd was into it.
If you don't cheer, you're sued. I'd cheer too.
Right.
Now that's a big, wait, going back to the fingers, though.
I mean, if it's working. Now he's doing a little cardio in the corner.
You know what? Conditioning, important. He's still going. And he's still going.
You know what? He could be powering something up. I mean, that glow has to come from somewhere.
You know what, though? He's still going.
And going, and going, and going.
Oh, Lord, he going. Oh, there, okay, he's ready.
Oh!
Black hole slam!
The gory impact!
He charged it up! He ran in the corner and charged it up! The Gore-Wheel connects! He might have been charging both up with his sprint to the corner!
He wins! Gore-Wheel wins!
Here's your winner, Gore-Wheel!
There you have it, folks. He is going on. He will be moving. Oh, it's Carnival!
That's not fair. He expended all the energy he charged up. That's not fair.
Wait, was Carney Carney was hiding under the ring the entire show!
Did he have, like, something down there?
God, I hope so. Oh, he hit the ref! Carnival has gone crazy!
Carnival has had enough.
Okay, so on one hand, Gore-Wheel won the match. He will face whoever is the winner of our main event in 2 weeks to determine who goes to the pay-per-view to face Kane for the Nexus Titan Championship. On the other hand, he got Pearl Harbored by Carnival after beating... What would have happened if Gorm had won? Would he have come out and they'd have double-teamed him?
Probably, honestly. Yeah.
Well,
that wasn't fair, though. That was a nitrous-enhanced Gore-Wheel that he used, and he was out of energy. He was out of any enhancement. So he was biding his time, waiting until he ran out of all the resources.
Fair enough. Also, tweeting out on social media, the Sandman. I think because Sandman had his own history with Gorm when he was over on Flashbang. He's half giant. Have fun figuring out how that happens. My talks with Rapture were enlightening, even if the little bastard refuses to tell me why my shipments are late. Oh, yeah. No, you don't want to miss with Sandman on stuff like that. That's not good. Well, before we get into our main event, we need to hear from one of the two men in this match. Ladies and gentlemen. Well, before we do that really fast. Oh, wait a minute. Tweeting out on social media, the janitor to Carney. I better not find anything untoward under that ring, Carney.
Oh, you will.
Oh, man. No, don't piss off the janitor, man.
I didn't do anything. I'm saying it's Carnival. Have you seen Carnival?
And yeah, and then Gore-Wheel himself tweeting out, for the being labeled as being unstoppable, I've stopped you more times than a traffic cop, Gorm. And you, clown, you're about to see what happens when you get involved with shit you shouldn't be. And just to make sure he's getting his 2 cents worth in, Theron Eldrazi tweeting out, there will be no cobbler for anyone at the pub tonight. I bought it all and have plans for it. Sorry, not sorry. Damn, you know, it's a good thing I got a direct source with Forrest.
I mean, Theron, we all knew you were lonely, but don't take it out on the cobbler, dude.
You know, it's only because Michael is stuck in the Bermuda Triangle, because usually he's the one that buys it all up.
You can. There are literally people who you can pay who will fill that need. Leave the desserts alone.
Meanwhile, let's hear from one of the two men in our main event. Ladies and gentlemen, Flyboy Bell.
Alright, I'm going to get straight to the point, because unlike every other payaso in this company that likes to regale us with their grand adventures, I don't have time for that shit. I've got the world's biggest chip on my shoulder. Why? Because I feel like the brass hates us, the Bell brothers, los hermanos de campanas. Before you get all up in arms about why I'm wrong, let me spell it out for you. Ever since Strongman and I became an official tag team, we've either been given the most underdog matches that would make the now defunct Jobber family slobber to get their asses kicked in, or nothing at all. When we get some momentum going, some real momentum going, they have to put something in our way we have little time to prepare for. We were given a pity slot in the gauntlet for the Tag Team Championships 2 years ago, but we made the best of it. We destroyed the Outlaws. We made those belts ours, and we made some history and set some records. We of course lost them in the end, but in the C101 after that, we did it again. We ripped the belts off the champions. We defended them the absolute most. But in the end, due to all that stupid points nonsense, we weren't even considered. And our reign didn't even go in the books. Then, of course, all the playing up everyone does about how we're such a good tag team, but we get thrown into the grinder against the likes of the absolute units, who every time we're up against them, we've lost. either because your new favorite faces cheat more than Eddie Guerrero, or we're entirely off our game because some assholes keep losing our luggage. Last week, Strongman didn't even have the right outfit or mask. We had to argue with the idiots in charge instead of warming up. And what do we do? What do we get when we get some big wins? Nothing. We're rewarded with nothing. We beat High Voltage clean, while they cheated up and down in the absolute dumbest feud in the history of MNW. Rewarded by going nowhere, but to the back of the line, while Ginger Boy has to go deal with some clown from Flashbang, and he winds up retiring after that. We're done playing nice, MNW. It's time to break some bones and prove why we're the kings of Lucha Libre.
I mean, that's strong words from Flyboy. Also,
you can back them up though.
So I've been getting notes the whole time. JIF is reporting they are members of JIF are reporting that they are suspicious that Gore-Wheel's run in the corner might not have been of his own will.
Oh?
Yeah, they said to them it appeared as if something was taking him over and dragging him to the corner to give Gorm a chance to recover.
One backstage.
So, this is why I have an investigative team to deal with this. This is why I need an Omni Slayer.
He did look a little confused after he won the match. Yeah. He did look a little befuddled.
I think that might have been, something there. Also, I am getting a note from Phyllis in the back that apparently we missed, somebody had a promo set up that we had not gotten to. So in the interest of, equal time, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear now from one half of the Wild Hunt. Wait a minute. Didn't we play that? We played that McMorgan. Yes, we did play that McMorgan promo.
Huh. Fire Phyllis, I guess.
Yeah. So, never mind. We're good. I remember playing that McMorgan promo, Phyllis. I'm pretty sure it's fine. If not, McMorgan will let me know. Trust me. Well, with that, you know what, Aiden? No time like the present. It's as Michael Montoya likes to say when it's time for our main event. Ladies and gentlemen, let's do this.
Oh, I thought he said, not the sharks. No, they're eating me. Pete, help. They're eating me.
The following match is your main event and scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, being accompanied to ring by Strongman Bell. Representing the Bell Brothers, he is Flyboy Bell.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen. They are the best Lucha has to offer, the Bell Brothers. Flyboy taking on in this match, but here comes his opponent. And introducing his opponent, he is the merciless Merc. He is Injustice Jhake. Wait a minute, what the hell? What the hell? Oh, who the hell? That's John Tristan.
It's John Tristan. Like he had a chair, but decided against it.
Decided to drop kick him, but Jhake broke the undefeated streak of Jaunt Tristram in a match a couple of weeks back. And Jaunt hasn't been happy because he very much enjoyed being able to claim to be undefeated since his debut. And now that's gone, and he is definitely taking it out on Jhake.
Jaunt Tristram living up to the name.
And of course, the ref is trying to figure out what to do because the match hasn't started yet. And now Jhake is in the ring. And Jaunt bowing out. Oh, I guess the match is on.
Hand delivering Injustice Jhake to Flyboy Bell. Dragon Screw takedown, taking full advantage, and now wrenching the leg out of the socket.
Well, I guess we're doing this, folks. But it does mean that Jhake is coming in at a disadvantage.
Yeah, no, he absolutely would be, but he was walking with a disadvantage to begin with Strongman on the outside. Acai moonsault right across the chest of Injustice Jhake.
And yeah, this is, I mean, Jhake still hasn't had a chance to recover from that attack. Oh, I take it back. Bulldog.
And there, yep, that running bulldog, real easy to be an equalizer, followed by a big flatliner, face first into the canvas.
Well, they're going back and forth now.
It's strange, right? I have history with both these men. Extensive history with both men.
This is true. I mean, you were part of High Voltage with Jhake. Before
I was in jail with Flyboy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was man, those jail times, that's dark time.
Yeah, it was rough. Again, I watched people do things I never thought they'd be pushed to do.
I mean, I was working backstage as a road agent when that was all going on. So, you know, I saw from the backstage perspective, but now we're in a whole new era. Oh, Jhake misses the kick, but so does Flyboy. They're both a little off right now.
They just know each other so well. They're both just going for each other's signature moves.
2. Kick out at 2. Oh, that would have been a short main event. Going to the top rope. And, oh, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Frog splash.
Massive splash off the top, but it doesn't seem to bother Jhake, who went for something, but Flyboy rolling out of the way. And that big kick that makes it big. Oh, my God. Springboard Phoenix splash.
And head scissors takedown. Jhake definitely on the back foot this match. Flyboy trying to decide how he wants to handle it.
Maybe looking for that bell salt.
And there you have it, Estrella.
Patented top rope maneuver. Injustice Jhake getting his shoulder up.
Now Montoya always says I pronounce that wrong.
La Estrella.
La Estrella. Well, I do pronounce it wrong. All right. I never spent time in wrestling in Mexico. I'm going to be honest. So
I had to do a walkabout there on my end.
Yeah, I spent a little time.
Australia, we actually the name of a bar down there.
Oh. I spent a little time in Europe and, of course, a little time in Japan, but never in Mexico. Oh, Jhake!
Top rope crossbody.
2! Is this it? No! Jhake manages to get out of it. But Flyboy at the top of the rope again, and he's calling for Jhake to stand up.
Probably looking for that big drop kick. No, wait a minute. Big dragon rod it. No. Oh my God, his throat. Right into the middle and bottom.
Oh, good catch by Jhake.
That could crush his windpipe. That could have done serious damage to the trachea of Flyboy Bell. And that Otaku Slam connects, whatever he calls it now.
2. There you go. Jhake reminding everyone that why he is a former Multiverse heavyweight champion. And now that you talk about the numbers game, Strongman is now getting involved. Oh, Flyboy tried to take advantage, but Jhake was having none of it.
Okay, I know for a fact there was something in that glove when he punched him right between the eyes. There was something in that glove. That is...
He is calling himself
for the big boot? Yeah.
The Merciless Merc these days. And a kick out at 2 for Flyboy. They are going back and forth.
It's just a...
knee to the face.
Setting up one more time.
Oh, well, maybe or not.
Wait a minute. Arm and leg catch suplex. Just Flyboy looks a little... Bell ringer, wait a minute.
Out of nowhere. 2. Is this it? No, so close.
It looks like it didn't connect all the way. I was going to say, it looks like Flyboy is working at half capacity. It looks like maybe his eye. Big swanton off the top. Now going for that Phoenix Splash one more time. Strongman trying to run interference.
Jhake ignoring Strongman, knowing what he's got to focus on. Oh, Flyboy. Was that a gouge to the eye?
Yeah, if it was, it would be fair, because I can see Flyboy is he's having trouble seeing for sure.
Oh, and he mocking Jhake, saying he has no fear. Oh! Mistimed that jump just a little, barely caught any of Jhake, and I think he planted his own face.
I'm telling you, his depth perception's all off. Whatever Jhake had in that glove it's paying dividends easily. Sling blade on the outside though. You don't need to be able to see to do that. Flyboy taking liberties with Injustice Jhake.
I mean, he is working it. I mean, Jhake doing his best here. This is, again, getting attacked by John Tristram at the beginning of the match certainly hasn't helped him at all. Wait a minute.
And
is there a chair in the ring?
Catch his breath. There is a chair in the ring.
I'm seeing a chair in the ring. Oh!
Massive flip senton to the outside, taking Injustice Jhake out. He got all of it that time.
Maybe he had enough time to clear his eyes.
The battery's adjusting. One way or another, he's getting back in this fight. But it makes you wonder now, wait a minute, Majorana! What is that chair going to do to pay off?
That's a good question.
Throwing Jhake into the ring, and you can see that chair.
Oh, here he goes.
Setting up for something big.
Oh, the ref notices the chair, gets it out of there. And whatever Flyboy was thinking about, he thought better of.
Well, that chair gone, he might have been waiting for something specific. Oh my God!
Looks like Jake's trying to regain a bit of momentum here.
The shifting momentum back and forth, it's what's to be expected from these two competitors. Flyboy, I think he's a little busted open. I think I see a bit of trickle of red from behind the mask.
Oh, yeah. Now, finally, Jhake, coming into this match on the back foot now, gaining the upper hand. Of course, both of them would love to be able to go and face Gore-Wheel to get that shot at Nexus Titan Gold at the pay-per-view.
It would be nice, but what are they going to do? How far are they going to go?
Oh, lung blower!
Makes you wonder at how much will they have to give and how much will be left for Gore-Wheel?
I mean, great question.
I'll be looking for Lestreo one more time, but
Jhake
throwing him to the floor.
Jhake was ready for it that time. Up, here we go. 1, 2, and 2 count again.
He tried to steal it. And you know what? It almost worked. I'm sure Flyboy's not at full capacity after what's been going on, and being launched from the top rope like that never feels good.
No. All right.
But neither does that.
All right, here we go. Going back up top.
Jhake getting back to his feet
He
already.
jumps over Jhake. Oh!
Bell ringer connects. That's going to be it.
That's
1, 2, 3.
And your winner, Flyboy Bell.
He baited it. He knew that Jhake was trying to rush him off the top rope again.
Yeah, he completely
full-on baited him.
Completely faked him out. Completely destroyed all that momentum Jhake had gained. Well, folks, here it is. In 2 weeks, Flyboy Bell versus Gore-Wheel, the winner to take on Kane for the Nexus Titan Championship. And with that, folks, it has been an insane night of wrestling here on MNW Warzone. And we're also getting a tweet out, apparently from John Tristram. It sent us out a quick photo and said, "Don't worry about the chair. I was just performing a short bit for the waitstaff. Ladies backstage. Love or hate it, blondes just have more fun. And I was feeling spontaneous tonight." Well,
spontaneous is definitely the word to use.
Oh my. So with that, folks, have to make a special programming announcement. Next week, at this time on this network, apparently we are being preempted for the North American Invitational Pie Baking Competition. And as such, Multiverse Nexus Wrestling Warzone will be airing next Sunday at 1 p.m. instead of Saturday. So adjust your calendars appropriately. And with that, Aiden Xero, do you have anything else you want to tell to the multiverse as we wrap up for this evening?
I will talk to some people backstage. I have some work I gotta do. So I gotta talk to some people about some choice words said against me.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I am Jerry Aldini, and thank you for joining us from Warzone, and we will see you next week on Sunday. And of course, check out our sister shows, Friday Night Flashbang, next Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific, and of course, we are actually programming note, Firing Line is taking a 2-week hiatus. Oh, and as pointing out, Sunday next week, a week from tomorrow, I am not doing 2 shows in one day. That would be insane. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good night, and we will see you next week.